the 1980s homeschooling test. Who is this?
Dang it. I don't know.
Who's this?
I don't know. Dang it.
Who is this?
Hey, you guys.
Who is this?
No, what's his name? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know.
Who is this?
Nope, don't know. My mom's laughing.
Cheridan. We have so much work to do.
Okay.
Cheridan's new song, a Green Day parody, here on Calling Comedians in Cquarantine, Cheridan Richardson.
I literally just wrote it out today, so here we go.
Nothing like prep.
Summer will slowly pass. Our sanity will never last. Wake me up when quarantine ends. I will never see my friends. And by the time I do, I might be dead. Wake me up when quarantine ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the tap, washing my hands again. Wow, I'm just so bored. Good?
Good, keep on going.
Okay. Summer will slowly pass. Our sanity will never last. Wake me up when quarantine ends. That's all. That's all I have so far.
I'm comedian Timmy Boyle, and this is the greatest live Instagram comedy experience that nobody knew about. Well, here we are again. It is 7 o'clock on some day. I'm telling you what, it seems like every single day just blends into another day. Crystal Punny is joining us again here. Megan Dunlop, Marijane Baker's in right away. Joy, Roy, everyone's coming in like crazy here. Thank you so much for joining us here on episode 13 of Calling Comedians in Cquarantine. My name is Timmy Boyle from Upstanding Comedy, and you're in for a real treat tonight. We've had an amazing almost 2 weeks. It's hard to believe that it's been almost 2 weeks. I think I'm technically almost done my quarantine, but I think they're expecting us to kind of be in our house for at least another 430 something days. So I think we got time here. The biggest concern that I have is not the virus, but how in the world am I going to find this many comics to talk to? So probably have to start recycling some in a little while. But anyways, thank you for joining me tonight. I wanted an opportunity, since no live shows are happening, to basically try to bring comedians into my living room and then ultimately into your living room. Tonight will be no different. We will call in a comedian here, and we will hopefully give you a little bit of laughter, as well as give you some insight into the off-stage lives of the lives of a comedian. So, Cheridan Richardson is now in the house here. We've got Ocean Jewel. Ocean Jewel, thank you so much for joining us tonight on Calling Comedians in Cquarantine. So what we're going to do here is bring... Oh, so good. Hey, anyone notice? The orange juice is back. Because for the first 12 episodes, I've been drinking water out of my glass, and for those of you who have seen my show, you know that, for the last decade, I drink orange juice only on stage. But seeing as I lost a lot of gigs, I couldn't afford orange juice. So I went with water. But good news, I've had a few families that have hired me to come and be quarantined with them in their homes. I've had some great times with a family in Guelph, family in Sarnia, and as well a family upcoming that I hope to have an amazing time with as well. I believe they're maybe in the Guelph area too. Regardless, because of those generous, supportive people, and we've had wonderful times, had a little money in the bank, get myself some orange juice. So if any of you are watching, thank you so much. Not only did we have a good time in your homes through the video chat, but I now have my vitamin C boost and my orange juice right back where it needs to be in the upstanding comedy glass. Cheers. All right, tonight on the show, we have had, up until this point, we have had professional, full-time comics, or those like, say, Joel Madison, who, although he's not a full-time comic, has been full-time in the industry of writing for sitcoms down in Hollywood, best known for his work on Naked Gun 33 and a Third. We got to keep mentioning that because that's what IMDb says. But tonight is something special. About 12 years ago now, Leland Clausen gave me an opportunity to do comedy. I wasn't trying to pursue comedy. I just decided that I would go on this tour. Well, I didn't decide. I guess my company, World Vision, said go on this tour. So I went on this tour. And it was Leland Clausen's comedy tournament. And on that tournament, Leland gave me a chance to do comedy on stage. And I guess I got the bug there. And then a couple years later, launched Upstanding Comedy. And I've been full-time ever since. We're coming up, I think it's just been over 10 years. Or maybe 11 years now. Anyways, it's been a while. But because of that, I felt very early on that it was my job not just to bring a high level of clean comedy, but to help invest back into others, to give others an opportunity. And we have now at upstandingcomedy.ca, you'll see we have about 8 roster members, officially, people that we are mentoring in the art of comedy. And one of our roster members is here tonight. So on Mondays, what we're going to be doing is talking to up-and-coming comics and try to get their perspective and see what their thoughts are in comedy, hear about their journey, and also find out how they've been enduring Cquarantine like everybody else. Because regardless of whether or not you're new in comedy or older in comedy, you're still stuck in your living room. So even playing field at this time. So I'm very excited that Cheridan is here. She says the internet is a little slow for her. So many jokes to be used there. But we're going to bring Cheridan into this now here on episode 12, 13. Yep, all blends together of calling comedians. Let's see if Cheridan's internet will allow her to get on the show with us tonight. Cheridan!
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. The internet's a little slow, so I'll try and keep up.
Okay, well, is it the internet, Cheridan, or is it the fact that you're homeschooled? Which part of it is actually slow?
That's really right.
What'd you say? It is your internet. Your internet is slow.
But that's racist. Homeschoolers.
Hey, Megan Dunlop is here. Terrence is in here too. Do you know Megan and Terrence Dunlop? They're out here in the Sterling area. Well, now they're down in Belleville. Do you know them? Uh-oh.
No, I don't think so.
No? Hey,
Sorry.
tell me about the onesie you're rocking tonight.
Oh, I guess, can you see the horn? That's the most important part.
That is, yeah. Nice. Beautiful. Okay.
I got pockets.
What?
And my guitar.
What kind of unicorn has pockets?
The good ones. The homeschooled ones.
Now, is that your favorite onesie?
Probably. Actually, I have like monster ones, like purple ones. I have multiple unicorn onesies. I have 3.
Okay, but you got that's a collection that I think you should probably work on.
You're right.
I'm usually right, Cheridan. Thank you. Hey, so
you are.
Let's first talk about comedy in general. I mean, before, because I see you got your guitar. I think we're going to move into something special later on here in the show. So you're going to want to hang around for that. Not you, you got to hang around anyways, but everyone else should want to hang around for that. So, okay, so you started doing comedy how long ago now?
Just over a year. I think it was November 2018 that I really just got introduced to it, and then like January 2019 was when I got onto your show. So.
And I saw you perform for the very first time here in Sterling at was it Cafe 123? Cafe 23, just 123. Yeah, I feel bad now.
Yeah.
I hope they're not watching. Hey, okay, so why did you want to do comedy though? What is it that, because now you've clearly got the itch to do it. Why
Yeah.
though?
Well, when I really liked theater and stuff like that, and I liked acting in general, or just film or anything really like that, entertainment wise, music. I was actually doing the spotlight at the theater, and I just kind of came over to the cafe just for fun, really, with my friends, and I saw some of the actors from the theater do comedy, and I didn't know you, and I feel really bad that I didn't know you before, but you guys just did comedy, and I thought it was really cool, just being creative and just pulling a random story and just making fun of it. I don't know, I just really like the art and creativity in it, and so I randomly decided to try it, and I didn't think it'd work out.
And that was over a year ago, and it not only did it not work out there, but we connected right away. And now you've done multiple shows on our tours, the circuit tour that goes across Ontario. In fact, you just did what? So you did 3 shows on the last tour that we were just on?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, beautiful. Now, are you still enjoying the journey right now?
Oh yeah, definitely. Unfortunately, the journey has stopped a little bit.
Mm.
But no, I'm really I have more time to focus on my comedy now. But
Now, did you tune in when we were talking with Joel Madison, who was one of the writers on Roseanne, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? Were you in a couple nights ago when Joel was here?
no, I didn't know that. Darn.
So Joel, well, you're going to be able to catch all the past episodes will be uploaded onto YouTube at Timmy's Shorts. You're going to want to go and subscribe to that. We got 12 amazing episodes. This one will be the 13th one. I'm a little bit technology challenged, so I'm having problems getting them all uploaded at a reasonable rate, but they will be there. So Cheridan, he talked about the fact that there's a big difference between the craft of comedy and the career of comedy, and that although the career, the live performance element has stopped, we're not being able to get out on stage, the craft hasn't. And so I'm happy to hear, though, that you're still writing, because that's exactly what this time can do for us. A lot of comedians can sit there. It'd be very easy for people to just say, well, I guess I'm not performing. But now is the time where we could really focus on getting our craft in gear. This is a great time to start writing and to do creative stuff like this show. And you're still obviously writing songs. And so I'm glad that you're here tonight. Hey,
Thank you.
Did you watch the Hunger Games?
I did. I have all the movies and all the books.
Okay, so today I know there was probably an age limit on the whole thing. I don't know how bad this virus thing is going to get, but today I announced on my social media platforms that I have volunteered to be tribute for this area. So if things go really bad, I don't know though. I don't know if that's a role that you wanted, and if we have to have some sort of hand-to-hand combat battle to decide who gets to represent Hastings County. But I don't know. I guess I'm just really asking if you want to fight me for that role.
I don't think we should fight. We should do it together, because in the Hunger Games, it's always a girl and a guy. You're the guy, I'm the girl. But I don't really want to fight you, so maybe I don't want to join.
Okay. Well, this is, just so you know,
Yeah, I killed my Oh,
this is my helmet that I'll be wearing, so that I can. That's. Do you know what that helmet is, Sheridan?
no, I thought it was a soup bowl. No, I know what it is.
Okay, all right. You seem to be a you seem to be a well-educated homeschooler, based on everything that I've known. Um, can I take you through a quick test here to just see how well you've been homeschooled?
Sure.
Okay. I have 5 images here of iconic 1980s characters, and you need to tell me who they are. Okay.
Okay.
So, a number one rule of homeschooling is to make sure that your kids know about the 1980s. So I'm going to check now to see how, in particular, your parents have done. Here we go. This is the 1980s homeschooling test. You didn't even know to prepare for it. Here
No,
we
I
go.
did.
Who is this?
Dang it. I don't know. If you told me the name, I'd recognize it, but no, I don't know. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
that's 0 for 1, Sheridan.
Okay.
Who's this?
I don't know. Dang it.
Okay, the first one was Alyssa Milano from Who's the Boss.
Okay.
This is Lion-O from Thundercats.
Okay, got it.
Okay, you're 0 for 2, Sheridan. I don't know how well your math is, but
It's terrible.
you need to get the next 3 to get a passing grade. Here we go.
My mom's right here. Maybe she can help me.
You can't ask for help. If your mom really should have done the job ahead of time, but clearly, here we go. Who is this?
Hey, you guys. I forget his name. He's from the Goonies.
That's okay. We'll
Sloth.
take.
Sloth. It's Sloth, okay?
Okay, well, yeah, beautiful. Okay, so one. Here we go. Here we go. Who is this?
No, what's his name? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know. No,
What
don't.
you what you talk about, Willis?
Yep. My
You know
mom's
his name?
down.
You know his name?
No.
Oh, all right. Try to get at least a 40% on this test there. This is the last one, Sheridan. You've only
Okay.
got one. Okay? Who is this?
Nope, don't know. My mom's laughing. I think she's disappointed in me.
He's
She
even a he's even a Canadian.
she just told me the name. It's Alan Thicke.
It is Alan Thicke. Alan Thicke is no longer with us. He died in 2016. So that's disappointing. So here's what it sounds like is that your mom is very well aware of all those people. So she either didn't teach you or Sheridan, you weren't listening.
I probably wasn't listening.
Sheridan, we have so much work to do.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so now one thing I had asked of you tonight was the $6 Million Man. Hey, look at that! Joy threw in the six. Do you remember the $6 Million Man, Sheridan?
No. I'm really isolated.
Do you know Alan Thicke's son, Robin Thicke, who sang
No.
Blurred Line? Okay, all right, that's okay. That you don't. That's not a failure if you didn't know that. Okay, so we understand right now that you were a little bit behind on the whole '80s thing. That's disappointing, but you could redeem yourself because in our conversation pre this show, I said, hey, come on, because you do parody songs. And my favorite 80s song, might be possibly my favorite song ever, is Living on a Prayer by Bon Jovi. And
Yeah.
I'm like, surely Sheridan can make this whole thing go so well by doing a parody of a classic 80s tune from Bon Jovi. So what do you have for us tonight, Sheridan?
Not that. I'm really sorry. I was planning on doing that, but I just haven't written anything out yet. But I do have a parody of a Green Day song.
Not exactly 80s.
No. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm really
It's
sorry.
okay. I'm gonna let you do it, but I do want to answer Crystal's Punny's question. Gary Coleman's character, the one that said, "What you talking about, Willis?" His name was Arnold.
Okay.
So Just
Thank
so you know. So I'm just letting everybody know that. Okay, so this isn't an 80s song, but I love your parodies. So you're going to do Green Day. I don't know if anybody here knows Green Day, but you're going to do a Green Day song. Do you know what's the original song that you're doing?
It's Wake Me Up When September Ends. I'm just doing a short bit of it because I haven't written the whole thing out yet, but.
All right. I know that song, actually. I saw Elvis Stoico. Do you know him?
Yes.
Who was he?
A musician.
No, he wasn't. He was a figure skater. Okay, Cheridan. Okay. He Canadian figure skater. Anyways, he did that on a Stars on Ice tour. He skated to that song. It was absolutely beautiful. All right, so take it away. Sheridan's new song, a Green Day parody here on Calling Comedians in Cquarantine. Cheridan Richardson.
Thank you. Well, hopefully everyone can hear. I literally just wrote it out today, so here we go.
Nothing like prep.
Summer will. Here, I won't use a pick. Summer will slowly pass. Our sanity will never last. Wake me up when quarantine ends. I will never see my friends. And by the time I do, I might be dead. Wake me up when quarantine ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the tap, washing my hands again. Wow, I'm just so bored. Good?
Good. Keep on going.
Okay. Summer will slowly pass. Our sanity will never last. Wake me up when quarantine ends. That's all. That's all I have so far.
Now, unfortunately, I'm the only one that you can hear clapping, and I hope everyone agrees. I like that. I hope you can work on that one. That's an awesome song. Wake me up before when quarantine ends. Now, quarantine might not end for quite a while. Are you prepared for the long haul?
Yes, I definitely am.
Now, what have you done in Cquarantine? Now, I don't know if you noticed, as a homeschooler, I actually changed the word quarantine to Cquarantine to match the C's in Calling Comedians in Cquarantine.
Yes.
I don't know if you picked that up at all. I don't know how well your spelling has been. Has your spelling class been equal with your 80s class? Like, is that kind of?
Maybe it's a little bit better than my 80s test.
Okay. So how have you been spending Cquarantine? What have you been doing? Now, as a homeschooler, you're usually stuck in your house and you have no friends and don't go get socialized, because that's what everybody says. So it probably hasn't been much different.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I just talk to myself a lot. I play with my plush unicorn toys, so I'm pretty happy.
That's all people need. I have a plush potato.
Wow, that's awesome. Why does it
Yeah.
have a face? That's creepy.
This is a couch potato. Another thing from the 80s.
Oh.
Sheridan, we're gonna need to sit down and just do a flat out 80s kind of thing.
Okay.
You're the youngest guest we've had on the show, and it's all starting to become very, very obvious.
Yeah.
So that's a potato head. We bought these and made them sit on our couches with us, because it's a couch potato, and so we would buy stuffed potatoes. That's what made the 80s so awesome. So I think in a lot of ways, being a comedian and being a homeschooler is very similar, in the fact that when I'm not on the road touring, I'm just sitting at home with no friends, playing with a stuffed toy. So quarantine hasn't affected me much at all either. So we're probably in the same boat there.
Probably. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so talk to me about what your plan is going forward here. How are you going to prepare your comedy to get out when quarantine ends? What kind of stuff are you going to work on? Do you have a game plan here? What's your writing process?
Well, I've just been writing down a bunch of ideas as I'm also trying to adapt and find a job during this time too. So
Just
I've been thinking
just
about
so you
doing more
know,
stuff with Instagram and
just so you
obviously
know,
writing.
all the jobs are gone. Just so you know, it's good to quarantine. There's no jobs.
I I got one. I got one though.
What?
Yeah.
Like outside of your house?
Yeah.
Are you like going to be like the prime minister?
No.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a unicorn. No. Um, no, I'm gonna work at a factory, but it's just temporary until this whole thing blows over.
cool. Well, good for you. Okay, so on top of getting that job, so then you got to have the time for comedy. So just writing concepts down. How quickly can you put together that parody? Like that was a cool parody song. You obviously have the ability to conceptually. Yeah, I know you could say you could probably still do work on it, but how quickly could you drop a parody song like into place? Like if somebody just said, "Hey, do it in this."
Okay, so I had thought of the idea. I just thought of that line, "Wake me up when quarantine ends," like a week ago, and I
Yeah.
thought it was funny. I didn't work on it at all. And today I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna work on it," but then I got busy, and I literally showered, sat down 6:45, and worked on it. Like just wrote some stuff out, and that's all. Like I'm not even joking. I did 15 minutes. I
Wait,
was, because I didn't have it prepared until you texted me, and you're like, "Oh, well, like, what about the Bon Jovi song?" I was like, "Nope, no, I don't." So, no.
nice. All right. Well, I look forward to hearing that one played out in its fullness. I think you definitely have a concept down
Eh,
there. I honestly think for those of you who haven't seen Cheridan perform, you really must. I think you have some of your set stuff on Instagram, right? And
um,
you're at what? I think it says it on here somewhere. What just Sheridan.Richardson? Is that what it is, or something like that?
I think it's just Cheridan Richardson.
Okay, just Sheridan Richardson. Okay, so you want to go to Sheridan Richardson and check out your. I actually I think your brand of humor is super unique, and it plays very well, and I'm excited about the journey that is ahead. What advice could you give those that are watching right now about the best way to endure quarantine?
Oh gosh. Um, there's a lot of things I suppose you could say, but all in all, I don't think many people were really prepared for this whole thing because I know we weren't really. And I think because I know people are taking tons of stuff out of grocery stores, and that's insane. That's pretty selfish to be honest. And I guess in a time like this where it's really global, everyone's just quarantined. I think it's best to not be selfish, and just be friendly and nice, even if you can't help someone else. It's not like you can even help your neighbor. So
Right.
don't take all the food in the stores. And actually, it's a good time to work on your relationships. I know it sounds super cheesy, but like you do have a family at home, you can actually talk to them, and pick up some things to do. So no, I would say enjoy the people that you're around, and don't be selfish. That's all I can say.
So I bought like 4 cartons of 18 pack of eggs. Is that all right?
No.
Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Wait, you can't give somebody the silent treatment on a show here. If this thing goes to podcast, that's going to be an awkward silence. Um, so thank you though, Sharon. I mean, it's very cool. I mean, to have somebody like you're how old? You're 18 years old.
I am, yep.
The wisdom there of just don't be selfish and to help out is awesome. Um, what when you were homeschooled, I guess I want to just talk about this as we kind of get ready to close here. But one of the things that people are concerned about is people are going to look at them skeptical, like, are you learning? maybe even like with a sense of silence, like I'm not going to even address this, and then maybe negativity. Do you experience any of that when you tell people that you're homeschooled?
Yeah, a little, but I'm not really worried.
Well, you're not really worried, no, because you carry a knife, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you good with the knife?
Yep.
Um, so if anybody here has a question for Cheridan, now is the time. We're going to be wrapping up the show. We don't want to stay on too long, and we know, Cheridan, you probably have a lot of stuff to work on, clearly, right? Uh,
Yeah.
I'll send you a list of those 5 people that I showed you, so you can kind of do a little bit of homework there. And you might have to wash the onesies. I don't know. I don't know what goes on in your time. Oh, Mary Jane wants to see the knife.
It's right here.
Oh, see, she's okay. I'm going to show you this too. This here. I don't know if you can see this. Where is it? There it is.
Oh,
This
great.
here. This is Cheridan's sticker that she sells at the shows for 2 for $40. Um, and I'm homeschooled. What's your excuse? Is that the same onesie that you're wearing right now?
No, it's not. It's the newer, more agile version of that onesie. It evolved, really.
Hey, so you got a question here. Roy is asking you, Cheridan, are you a Weird Al fan?
No, I'm not. To be honest, am not that educated, but no, I haven't seen Weird Al.
Wait, hold on 1 second. You've never seen Weird Al? So you actually don't know who Weird Al is?
No.
Oh, Roy, do you have a follow-up to that?
Yeah, send me a links. I don't know.
All right. Okay, we're gonna send you. Yeah, because so Roy, Weird Al was in the 80's, like the king of parody. He took everybody's songs that were hits, and then your mom's taking some hits here. Uh, but yeah, you definitely need to look up Weird Al. If you type in Weird Al, you're gonna find it. Weird Al Yankovic. You need to do that. He was like he's the king of parody, and that's somebody that you definitely need to look into. But how much of your act going forward do you think is going to be parody versus straight stand-up? Have you been starting to get a sense of, like, are you more comfortable doing parody? Do you enjoy doing parody? Do you enjoy the straight stand-up, the storytelling? How are you finding that balance as you build your sets?
I really like it. Because I like using music, and it doesn't have to music necessarily. It could be a poem or whatever. I find when you do songs, people listen. They stop and will think about what you're saying. And then I like also the break with just talking about a story. And
Hmm.
with parodies, everyone can relate to that a lot more if it's a popular song.
Yep.
So it's really interesting the responses you can get. And I haven't been doing this like for a really long time to get the feel for it that much, but I like doing both really.
Is that a drum set behind you?
That is,
Can you play the drums or no?
I can. That was actually like that's my main instrument. I actually do play drums. I kind of do guitar and ukulele on the side, but
All right. So you realize now that you've said that, you need to take a stroll back there.
uh,
Give us a little drum action.
okay, I'll try. I haven't played them in a little while, but
Okay, let's see this. Here we go. This is just in the moment right now. Sending Cheridan Richardson over to her drum kit. Do you know the kind of the drum? You know what kind of drums they are?
um, the ones that you hit.
Excellent. Yeah, I've heard that those are some of the best. I know we have somebody who used to be watching. I don't know if they're still watching right now. They're a drummer, and I'm sure that they have also a kit that you can hit. I think that's one of the most popular kinds. All right, here we go. Cheridan Richardson in a unicorn onesie. in her basement playing the drums.
Okay, I haven't played in a little while, but
No excuses. No excuses. Here we go. Now, at the very least, everybody who has tuned in here to Calling Comedians in Cquarantine, I can promise you this. The opportunity of being able to watch a unicorn playing the drums is probably never going to happen again. What's that?
It's a majestic experience, I hope, for everyone.
Oh, no, absolutely is. That was mind-blowing. I didn't, when I sat down to do this, I did not expect to see that happen. Cheridan, here's the thing. I think you're super funny. I'm glad that you're on the roster here at Upstanding Comedy. I would challenge you. Oh, there you go. Wicked drum solo. That's from a drummer. So, oh, look at that. Throwing out the goat horns or whatever. From
I know who Bon. Don't worry.
Oh, you know who Bon Jovi is? Okay, so we're looking for a Bon Jovi parody going forward. Okay, so, but seriously, I want like I know that you're already taking this serious, but use this time. This is one of the most devastating times for a lot of people, and yet it provides some amazing opportunities for a lot of people as well. This is a great opportunity to learn something new, to grow in your craft. Like every single person, well, I mean, there's a lot, I guess, unless you're working in the hospitals, there's people who have created a free time experience that they never used to have. They might still be at home and they might still have family there, but times where we would go out to do something now can be replaced at home. And so my challenge to you and to everybody is that in the midst of the bad news that is going around, to embrace this time, to challenge yourself, to grow, to try new things, to do all the things that you said, if I only had a little more extra time, I would be able to do. So I believe, Cheridan, that coming out of this, however long this takes, I'm aiming for the 400-day mark. Some people are saying it's going to be shorter, but whatever it may be, you're going to be stronger as a comic if you focus on the craft. Don't worry about stage performance now. Now is the time to create. And I hope you take advantage of that opportunity.
Thanks, I will.
Beautiful. Well, we'll be checking in to make sure that you're doing that, because I plan on keeping you accountable for that. Whenever it is that you want to get together, I know it's going to be hard to do a hand-to-hand combat to figure out who is the true tribute of the area, because we have to be 6 feet apart. So it might almost be like having to throw stones at each other. But for the record, I have a really good arm. So you might want to reconsider this, but we'll talk about that too. Joel Madison has just popped in here. And Joel Madison. Joel, this message is just for you. This is Sheridan Richardson. I think I might have mentioned her. Joel is an amazing. Well, he'll probably deny all this. I think he's got a great comedic mind. Has worked in the industry for a very long time on all different levels of comedy, and so I want to take this moment to say, Joel, please follow Cheridan Richardson here on Instagram. I think you'll very much enjoy her quirkiness. She's on our Upstanding Comedy roster. So Joel, if you're still here and listening to that, follow Cheridan Richardson. That would be super cool. As for the rest of you, thank you so much. And Cheridan, as we close off the show tonight, I want to thank you for being on Calling Comedians in Cquarantine. And I want to tell you that if you do go outside, as I tell everybody on the show here, if you come across a zombie, which will happen as we go through this apocalypse, just say no to zombies, okay? Your brain is for thinking, okay? It's for thinking, not eating, Cheridan, okay? So they're going to want that brain. You say no, okay?
Okay. No, Dora, Swiper is a good example of that.
That's right. Wait, what does Swiper say? What is it? Swiper, no swiping.
Yeah.
Zombies, no biting. Zombies, no biting. Yeah. Zombies, no biting. There you go. That's for you, Cheridan. Thanks so much, Cheridan. Have a great night tonight.
Thanks, you too. Thanks for having me.
Okay, we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Calling Comedians in Cquarantine. Please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, and ring the little bell so you and your friends don't miss any of the laughs. Episodes will be uploaded here until I run out. And be sure to check out the description below for links to connect with myself or my guests on social media, and also download the podcast version of this show. Until next time, remember, your brain, it's for thinking, not for eating. So just say no to zombies.